Hi everyone. I wanted to guide everyone today on a rampage of appreciation for the money that you do have in your lives right now. Because I think that a lot of times when we're manifesting money, we get caught up in the lack of money that we have as opposed to focusing on how much money we're actually getting. So every single penny that you find in the street, every single coin that you find on the street, every dollar you find, every time a friend or a family member gives you any money at all, even if it's just a penny, appreciate it. Take as much time as you can to focus on that money and appreciate it. As long as you feel good while you're thinking about money, then you're manifesting more money. If you start to appreciate the money, but then you don't really feel like you really appreciate the money, if you start to feel any negative emotion at all, then stop thinking about the money and just focus on something else that makes you feel happy or go about your day like normal. Yeah, so just don't focus on money if you're not feeling happy. And that's kind of tricky because a lot of times we will think we're trying to appreciate money, but we're actually frustrated about the lack of money that we have. Like that happens to me. Well, I want to say only sometimes, but maybe more than I realize. I will look at the money that I got from someone, and they only, like when my mom gave me money yesterday, my mom gave me like $15, but like to pay me back for buying us food. But then my mom went and bought a beer with some of the money, and I didn't care at the time. But then when I got home and I counted how much money was left, I was like, I only got $7. Okay, so I only attracted $7 more into my life. Big whoop, right? Like, for a second there, I was like, I really appreciate this money. But then I knew in the back of my head, I was kind of like, when am I gonna get more money than $7? Like, I feel like I was starting to get into thinking, okay, I wish that I had attracted more money. Not not from my mom, but from somewhere else. If I was starting to think, okay, well, I'm attracting money, but it's not as much money as I want it to be. And don't do that. Like, if you start to think that when you're trying to appreciate the money that you just got, then stop thinking about the money and think about something else that makes you feel happy. Because if you keep trying to force yourself to appreciate the money and feel grateful for things that you don't feel grateful for and that you don't really appreciate because you're really focused on the fact that you wish you had more of it or that that stuff happened to you more often, if you do that, then it's just going to slow down the fact it's just going to slow down you making more money or attracting more money to yourself basically. So don't do that. Okay. So, oh my gosh. Whoops. Okay, so the rampage. Right now I'm outside surrounded by abundance in nature. I really love being outside in nature. I really love the fact that I can walk outside of my door anytime that I want to, and I am constantly surrounded by abundance. Everywhere that I go, I am surrounded by abundance of beauty. There is beauty everywhere. Whether I realize it or not, there is beauty in every single situation that I'm in, even the terrible ones, even the horrific ones, even the sad ones. There is some beauty to be found, but I'm not going to be able to see it until I focus the way that Source focuses, until I meditate, until I do something that makes me feel happy, that raises my vibration. I'm not going to be able to see this abundance, but just know that that abundance is there for all of you. That abundance is everywhere around all of you. Everywhere you go, you are surrounded by abundance. Remember that. And in an abundant universe, the fact that you are surrounded by abundance everywhere you go means that every single second of every single day, you have access to an abundance of infinite wealth and riches. You have a vortex that is spinning, thrilling, beautifully filled infinitely with money. With however much money you truly want, it's in your vortex. And it never ends. It's infinite. You have an infinite supply of money whenever you need it. You can always get more money. You can always get more money. No matter what happens to you with your finances, you can always attract more money. You just have to feel happy. You just have to be willing to do whatever it takes to feel happy, as long as it is not hurting anyone, and as long as it is not hurting yourself. Then whatever you need to do, that as long as it isn't hurting anyone, and as long as it isn't hurting yourself, do it if it makes you feel happy. And then you will be getting more and more ideas when you do that. When you do things that make you feel happy, and when you meditate, you don't have to meditate to attract more money, but if you will at least do the things that you know when you do make you happy, or if you will at least, if you don't know what makes you happy, if you will go out, if you will 100% allow yourself to go out and look for the things that you think might make you happy and try those things. Maybe it means trying a new hobby. Maybe it means going to the beach every day. If going to the beach every day makes you feel happy, do it. If you can afford to do something that you know is going to make you feel happy, then do it. As long as it's not hurting you or anyone else, just do whatever it takes to make you feel happy. And then when you do that, you're going to start getting a lot of ideas. When you're feeling happy and you get an idea, then take action on those ideas that you get while you were feeling happy. Don't take action on the ideas you get when you're feeling negative emotion, like when you're feeling sad, or when you're trying to think about ways to make more money. Don't take action on those ideas yet. Just stop thinking about how you're going to make the money. The how doesn't matter. The how can come in so many miraculous ways. You could get a check in the mail from a company that should not even be sending you checks because you never worked for them. And somehow they're sending you a check anyway. And you're like, I didn't do anything for you, but they're still sending you money, so take the money. That happens to people. People get checks in the mail all the time from places that they shouldn't have even gotten that money from. People will be like, people will send someone a check from like a trial that supposedly they made a claim in, and now they're getting compensation for something that happened years ago, but they're like, I never did this. I never entered into this trial. I never tried to get compensation for anything with my cell phone or with the product I used, and yet they're sending you money. Why are they sending you money? Because you attracted it. You can attract money from crazy ways. One day I opened up my bank account and I had an extra $200 in there. And it should have been there because I didn't do anything to earn that extra $200. I didn't get that money from my job. I didn't get that money from anywhere. It's like the bank just made an error and gave me an extra $200. And that stuff happens to people all the time. Because when you raise your vibration, the money must match it. If that's what you want, if you have a high vibration, then you must get more money. It must come to you. And it will come to you in so many ways that you could never have thought of. And things that seem like errors, but they're not actually errors. It's your vibration attracting that money to you anyway, no matter what. That money is coming to you. So don't worry about the how. Don't try to figure out how the money's going to come to you. Just know that the money can come to you in crazy ways. It can come to you through things that seem like they should be financial errors, but they're not errors. They're actually blessings from the universe giving you all the money that you created years and years ago that was trying to get to you, but you had too low of a vibration to allow that money into you. But now you're 100% allowing all of this money into your life because you're maintaining the high vibration most of the time. And now that you're maintaining the high vibration most of the time, you're feeling really happy most of the time. And now that you're feeling really happy most of the time, more and more money is coming to you from all these crazy places out the wazoo, and you're like, I didn't participate in this trial. I never signed up for this deal. I never should have gotten this extra $5,000 in my bank account, but somehow it's here. It doesn't make any sense. It should be an error, but it's not an error. It's the universe blessing me because I raised my vibration on the subject of money, and now I'm attracting so much money to me all the time. And now I have financial freedom. And now I can travel the world whenever I want to. Now I can go to all of the places I've always wanted to go. Now I can eat in all of these fancy restaurants. I can eat in all of the fancy restaurants I've wanted to eat in my whole life. Now I can travel the world, eat in fancy restaurants. I can live like the rich and famous because I am rich and famous if that's what I want. Or, you know what? If maybe I just want to buy a tiny house and live comfortably, then I can do that now. I can live a minimalist DIY lifestyle if I want to. But now I have the tools to organize everything and the way that I like it, and I can hire a designer, or I can get rid of my things and feel good about it. And it doesn't feel like I'm sacrificing all of my stuff to be a minimalist. Now I can travel the world, I can achieve everything I want, I can attract all the money I want, I can pay all of my bills on time, I can pay all my bills way early, I can pay all of my bills twice and still have tons of money left over. This is my amazing life. I attracted this amazing life to myself. I attracted all of this money to myself by just doing whatever it took to be happy. As long as I was happy, I attracted the money to me through miraculous ways that should not have made any sense, but they made sense because it was divinely orchestrated by the universe. The universe said he or she raised their vibration, so we have to give them more money to match their vibration. So your point of attraction changed on the subject of money. Now you're attracting a lot more money into your life, honey. And now you live a life of financial freedom. You can be a digital nomad if you want to. You can work the 4-hour work week if you want to. You could set up passive income. You could write books if that's what you want to do. You could just be an artist for the rest of your life now because your bills are taken care of forever. Now you can do whatever you really love to do for a living. You have financial freedom now. Goodbye, everyone. So this has been my rampage about money, and listen to this rampage every day whenever you need a boost to get you back into the high vibration on the subject of money. If you listen to this video, then you will maintain that high vibration on the subject of money, and then everything I said in this video it will manifest in your reality. It's already manifested in your reality because it's here right now. This is your life right now. Start saying that in the present tense. I have the money right now. I can afford it right now. You don't have to go out and spend all of your money, but every time you see something that you want to buy, don't say I can't afford it. Just say in your mind I can afford it, and then go about spending the money that is within your budget. So don't feel like you have to act as if and spend wildly to attract this money. You don't have to do that. You just have to change how you feel about things that you actually buy. So whenever you buy the things that you always buy, just start saying in your mind, I can afford this, for all the things you see that you know you can't really afford yet, but know that you're going to be able to afford it soon because you're saying to yourself, I can afford that, I can afford that whenever you see something you want. It's called virtual spending. You can get a $100 bill and put it in your wallet and take it with you everywhere you go when you're shopping throughout the day, and just spend the $100 bill in your mind only. Do not actually spend the $100 bill. Just keep it in your wallet at all times. Keep that $100 bill in your wallet at all times, and just spend it throughout the day on everything that you want. And then the next day, you could pretend that you have more money, but I would just keep virtually spending the $100 bill every day until you get the until you attract the more money that you want. So that was my rampage of money and my advice on how to virtually spend money. You don't have to lavishly spend the money to get the money. So like and subscribe this video if you enjoyed, and yeah, don't go out spending all your money. Just say in your mind, I can afford everything when you see it, and just buy what you really buy. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Now I'm rambling. That's everything I wanted to say. I'm pretty sure that's everything I wanted to say. Yeah, that's it. Okay, like and subscribe. Bye.